Today's a really exciting day for me. I'm on my way to meet Bradley with his 996, and the reason for that is that he is getting new suspension on his car, but not any old suspension. It actually sort of is old suspension, but not that old. He has bought the Bilstein B8 shocks and the H&R lowering springs from the guy that bought my 996. So this is the actual suspension that was on my car that I installed, and we're gonna put it on his car. So I'm headed to meet him now because we're gonna go get some before shots so you can see exactly what it's like when your suspension is totally shot. So you're feeling that through the steering wheel, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm sure you'll be able to see it too.
This is a brick road we're driving on.
I'm kind of used to it by now. So, you've said it before in another video, but you know every single speed bump and
that manhole cover
pothole.
back there?
Yes,
yeah,
that is a killer. These are bad up here too.
Yeah. Oh, is that new? Some new asphalt?
That's it. Yeah, that's new.
But you felt that and heard that probably all. I mean, that's
a bad
there we go.
That's a bad one.
Yeah. It's a great time to not have image stabilization on the camera.
Right. Yeah, that's it. So that's every day. I mean, they're dropping the kids off every single day.
Yeah. Wow. So the new stuff, it is lowering springs and it is slightly stiffer springs.
Sure.
And it is tighter shocks. So you would think that that may be worse, but you know, we were just talking about the video that we never finished. We started one where we were comparing my old car, which had the exact, not like a copy, but the exact shocks that we're going to be putting on your car, and versus your car before the suspension really kind of went out. And driving around the two cars together, it didn't seem like it was noticeable that the stiffer suspension was worse on the bumpy roads, but it just shows, you know, how when a suspension system is done, how rough that can be.
Yeah, it's kind of unbelievable, and that's where I fell in love with the H&R lowering springs too. Is that day we switched cars and you drove mine for a little bit and I drove yours, and that's when I was like, this is night and day difference.
I'm really excited to put this on your car.
Yeah.
So today is Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Getting all of our before shots done, and then Friday we're going to put it on, and we'll see how much better it gets.
That's if I ordered all the right parts. Big if right there.
I think you did. But what I haven't told anybody else on the channel yet is that I actually just took the lowering springs off of my car. But my car being a 997.2, it's an S, it's a Carrera S, so it naturally sits a ½ inch lower than a standard Carrera. It was really just overkill on my car to have it lowered. And I drive the exact same streets that Bradley does. Our kids go to the same school, so it was making me a crazy person. I could not stand it any longer. I said Porsche probably knew what they were doing, and I put it back. But that being said, if today I went out and sold this car and got another 996, I would put the exact same suspension back on it because I loved it. I loved it, and I think you're going to love it too.
I feel very assured.
Yeah, so I was coming back from South Dakota and the suspension gave out. It didn't like blow out or anything. It's like the shocks just decided to quit working altogether. So the car settled an extra whole inch lower than it was supposed to, and it was just dragging. Basically, I had about that much suspension play, and It really wasn't that big a deal until I got back about Memphis. Everywhere from Memphis to Hattiesburg was horrific. It just beat the ever-living crap out of me. But everywhere else, it was great. You know, beyond Memphis, the roads are great. I love it. So not everything goes according to plan, right? So we were just heading out to get those last couple of roller shots when Bradley's water pump totally gave out and just leaked all of his coolant out everywhere. So we're a few days later now. I'm actually on my way over to Bradley's house. We are going to swap out the water pump on his 996, but I'm not going to show you that. I've already done that on my 996. So click here or click in the description and you'll find a link to changing out the water pump on the car. But we're also going to do his thermostat, put a low temp thermostat in because every 996 needs one of those. So things did not go according to plan. Obviously, we had to deal with the water pump.
The homemade piece came in handy.
Yes,
also.
yes. So the homemade piece, the PVC. What did we need that for? It was the thermostat. So on the thermostat on a 996, you are supposed to buy a thermostat tool, and that's so that you can compress the thermostat down into the housing. But we didn't have that part. But fortunately, Bradley had a good collection of PVC pipe and a drill, so we grooved out those notches that we needed and made the tool that we needed there in the kitchen at Bradley's house.
Yep.
So much like the tools that I've got for doing suspension work, you don't always have to buy the specialty tool. If you've got something close and some other tools to modify those tools, like these tools. So this one we used on the front suspension. It's a 21 millimeter, and for my 997 it has PASM, so we had to have a hole in the side of the socket for the PASM wire to go through. Didn't need it on Bradley's car. They didn't have PASM on the 996. And then this one is a 19 millimeter or 3/4. They're the same size. And I used the angle grinder to put some flat surfaces onto this one so I could mount a pipe wrench to it to be able to turn it. And I needed that also for the 997, and we'll find out in a minute if we need it for the 996. Don't let a situation come to a halt just because you don't have exactly the right tool for the job. Figure it out. So we've been working today. I've already gotten the front done on the car and took it for I guess a half a test drive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because half the suspension's done, and that one I think was the problem part of the suspension on
Absolutely.
the car. So it's like not bouncing around anymore.
Nope, no steering wheel wiggle, no sound, no knocks.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
made it over more than enough speed bumps. Everything checks out. It's like butter.
Awesome.
It's
Well, we
unbelievable.
just finished watching the how-to video that I did on my 996 when we put this exact suspension, not like a copy of, but that exact
That one.
suspension on that car. And now I think we're prepared to go ahead and do the rear suspension on this. So we've got it jacked up. We just took the sway bar off, and we're about to start taking things loose. We'll get this done in the next 30-second montage here, and then we will go for a test drive. Let's give it a drive. Let's see what happens.
Oh my God, the lack of movement from the shifting is even so different.
nosedive.
Right.
Doesn't like lift off whenever you accelerate hard.
It's just very even.
I remember when I put the B8s on, these B8s on my car, my 996, thinking that like somehow it felt more firm, but also more compliant at the same time. And maybe it was just because I had stock. Hang on.
Right.
Don't want to interrupt that note. But yeah, maybe it was because I had stock shocks with lowering springs.
Right.
After I put the Bilsteins on there, it just seems so much better.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. You going to get alignment tomorrow?
Yeah. Going to first thing in the morning.
Good deal.
I really expected it to be a lot more rough. But coming off of the other suspension, it was just so shot. I mean, anything would have been an improvement, but this is fantastic.
Good.
I really like. One thing that I noticed when I went home for lunch is you really don't have a drastic ride height difference to me. When you're sitting in the car, you know, we drive these cars all day, every day, and the least little thing you can pick up and detect. But I really didn't notice a difference sitting in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Now getting in and out's a little bit different, but it's still, I mean, it's still very much doable. But that's the only time I could tell.
I know that with new lowering suspension, that you should experience a little bit of settling over, you know, a short period of time after you put some miles on it. But I'm not sure if that's the case with this, since it's a used suspension.
Yeah, I was wondering.
I mean, it was on my 996, and it had definitely settled during the time that I put it on.
Right.
But I don't know. We'll see. We'll check back after a few weeks and see if it's sitting any closer to the ground.
Just like I said before, the ride height is just icing on the cake. I mean, having an inch lower is fantastic, but the drivability, the difference is just crazy.
Yeah. So, moral of the story: if you have bad suspension, get new suspension.
Upgrade.
And if you have to replace it, you might as well upgrade it.